We know from talking to you earlier, you come from a very large family. You're one of 12 children, if I remember correctly. Despite coming from such a large family, though, you mentioned that your father especially made regular hospitality a priority. Tell us a little bit about that and how it affected you and your goals.
Yeah, well, my father became a witness when I was about 9 months old. He said, so it's all I've ever known. And I don't know any other way to say it except to say that my parents were deeply in love with Jehovah. And so he passed that on to us. And he taught us regularly about the scriptures. Although there was 12 of us, he used to say he had his own tribe. And he would never left us. He was always there to help us. So it's like we were almost hardwired to follow a spiritual force. But then we get the pioneers would come every Saturday after field service. My father would have them out to the house. And I wondered, we don't have food. All we have maybe is a watermelon. And he would share that with them. Why is he bringing them out every Saturday? But then he would get them to talking, and they seemed so happy, so joyous. And I said, I want to be like that. And I remember just sitting there, just listening to them. And then I began to picture in my mind living in Africa. The only way I get there, I wanted to be a missionary. So when I was 6 years old, I asked my father if I could be baptized. And he didn't tell me no. He just said, I tell you what, you can take the Bible and show me from the Bible why you want to be baptized, then you can be baptized. It took me 4 years, but I did it. 10 years old, I got baptized. That's what I'm doing.
And we're happy that you did. And you mentioned that you had the goal from an early age of attending Gilead. And most of you probably can't see it. We tried to get it on the screen, but I'm holding something very precious in my hands. And this is Sister Hines' Gilead diploma. Even though we can't let you guys see it on the screen, she also has her class photo. She was in the 40th class of Gilead. So after the program, make the time to come over and talk to Sister Hines and Sister Berg, and I'm sure she'd be very pleased to share that with you. So tell us a little bit about your Gilead experience or what it felt like.
Well, for me, Gilead was more than a school. I looked at it as a journey, and we would go on these tours through the Bible. We met kings, and we met prophets, we met everyday people, and we learned about those people all those years ago. Sometimes we can see these people in museums, but that's all we see. Where are they? They're in museums. We're still preaching, and Jehovah's people are still preaching. And so I really did enjoy a Gilead. I wanted to sneak and get in the corner and just stay there, but graduation, brothers told us, okay, you're going to be assigned to the Ivory Coast, West Africa, and that's where we ended up, which was a very beautiful assignment.
Wonderful. All good things come to an end, right? Recently in our congregation, we discussed that the local congregation has approximately 40 young people between the ages of 10 and 25. And obviously you've served your entire life in full-time service. So what advice would you give, or how would you encourage young ones to pursue a lifestyle of full-time service?
Well, I would tell them, don't run away from the blessing.
Say that again, I don't know if you're going to pick that up.
Don't run away from the blessing. You know, the Bible in Jeremiah 2 mentioned that some have abandoned Jehovah. They have had cisterns that they have made for themselves, which cannot hold water. So I would encourage young folks to follow the advice of the Bible in Psalm 23. We know that pretty well. And in that psalm, there's a scripture there in verse 5. It says, stay at Jehovah's table. He says he's prepared a table before you. And then stay there. Stay at Jehovah's table, because that's where your blessings are. Because the very next verse of that, it says, surely goodness and loyal love. Now, loyal love is the kind of love that has sustaining value. And if you follow that, then you will be happy. And follow Jehovah. Don't ever take it for granted, because he loves you, and it would make his heart happy for young people to just get started in the full-time service. I think Cheryl and I, that's what we did, because our parents put it before us. My father told us, taste Jehovah. Taste and see that he is good. And you know, taste is unique to you. Nobody can taste for you. You got to do it yourself. So for a young person, taste Jehovah. You'll see that he's good.
Excellent, thank you. And one of the things that you said many times when we were talking that really impressed me was that the quality of your life is dependent on the quality of your decisions.
Yeah.
So maybe you could elaborate a little bit on that. Maybe mention your story that your husband told you about the 3 F's, like the letter F.
Yeah, but I've always learned over the years that the quality of your life depends on the decisions you make. And Jehovah can help us make good decisions. If we make the right kind of decision and good decisions, then we'll have a happy life. That's what happened to me when I decided to I didn't decide to get married because I was going to stay single. I was in the AAA club. Available after Armageddon.